Hey y'all, welcome back to the Lesbian Line. This is another episode for us to chill and talk together, hang out. I have a surprise for you guys. I have a surprise guest today. I do. They are my very good friend, Cosima. Y'all say hey. Yep. I got that button. I do. All right, Cosima, do you want to say hey to everybody?
Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you to Whitney for having me on her lovely show. I'm very excited to be here.
Awesome. Okay, so this episode we're gonna keep it juicy. But before we get into our episode about the men and the children, I do have to give the disclaimer as we do. Okay, here it is. Hey everyone, just a heads up before we dive in. I'm not a medical professional or a therapist.
However, I am a licensed therapist, art therapist, so I can speak on the matters. We can all speak, but I am licensed.
We love that. We love that. Okay, this is all just commentary, conversation, and community. This whole project is inspired by my doctoral research, which is all about exploring how queer people learn, share, and reflect on relationships online. We'll be diving into queer stories found on social media like Reddit, Instagram, or stories that you send in. Everything we talk about will be linked below, so you can read the original stories for yourself. Thanks for being here. Now, let's get on the lesbian line. Thanks so much, friends. So encouraging. Okay, so our first story that we're going to read is called Feeling Lonely. Okay.
What could that be about?
Hi, y'all. I'm a queer woman, 33. I'm currently partnered with a man. We had a baby in January. Oh, congratulations, sweetheart. I love being a mom to my son, but it's been such a roller coaster adjusting to the dynamic shift with my partner. I pretty much known since baby was born that I no longer want to be with him. I don't feel any sort of romantic attraction to him anymore. It was jarring at first because it was so sudden and unexpected. Okay, let's do some math. Okay, so this is 15 days ago. It's December. She had a baby in January, so it's been about a year. I'm not so sure that it was sudden. I mean, she's saying it's sudden, but this don't feel sudden.
It feels, because like the timeline just doesn't add up for me. Because I feel like, hypothetically, like say if it was sudden, and let's say you don't have these romantic feelings for your husband anymore. I just don't understand why have the baby, why go through the motions of having, the sex, the baby, all that stuff. Like, at what point do you walk away and pursue these queer feelings that you say is coming up for you?
But we may be jumping to conclusions, so let's keep reading and see what else she has to say.
Okay.
We are essentially roommates at this point. We acknowledge that we are still partnered, but a lot of our situation has to do with, if I'm being honest, the fact that this economy is hard and it makes sense to stay in this space together for a bit longer. I mentally checked out of our relationship months ago. Okay, noted. We don't know where OP is living, our original poster, but if she lives anywhere near New York, Boston, DC, I completely understand. Okay. Even though I have a hard time imagining myself being with anyone after having my son, I think this helped me determine that I'm not interested in being with a man anymore. I fantasize often about dating women again. I feel so envious when I see two women being out and being affectionate. I've wanted to put myself out there for women, but that means him and I navigating an agreement to open the relationship or end it, which we are sort of processing in therapy. IDK, it feels like so much emotional labor for me right now. I don't really have any queer mom friends to talk about this. So here I am, LOL. Hoping someone will see me and maybe this resonates. I'm grateful for my life, but I also feel so lonely and wish I had my physical needs met because I won't sleep with him. I can't. There's barely any physical intimacy and the emotional intimacy is bleh. Also, I have been out since I was 13 and I've always known I was queer. Thanks for listening. Okay, friend, what do you think about this?
I have some questions. So,
Okay.
my first question, I don't know about y'all, we haven't read the comments yet, but my question is, what's the point of going to couples therapy if you're not interested in being with this person anymore? You've already expressed that you don't have any romantic feelings towards them. So what would be the reason in going to therapy? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Like, why would I be going to couples therapy with someone I know I'm no longer interested in?
It makes sense to me in the sense that maybe they're learning how to navigate co-parenting. Maybe that's why they're in there. If she's been honest with him and he knows that it's done, then they could be in therapy for that. I don't want to be too hard on OP, but honestly, how I feel about it is if you know it's done, you know it's over, you need to get your stuff and you need to go. That's how I feel about it. Because you're stopping your life, you're stopping his life. And while baby is still little, if you leave children in a situation where both parents aren't happy, that can have negative effects on them. So I think I get the money thing, but you can find roommates. You can go back home if that's possible. I don't like it. You can get your stuff and go. What do you think, friend?
Yeah, I totally agree. I get the whole idea of the economy. And I feel like a lot of relationships, people want divorce or separate because of the money situation. I've been in situations with people who are still living with their ex-partner and they share kids, they share a home, and each of them are dating. However, it was very messy.
Yeah, it gives messy.
It gives very messy. A lot of questions. There's a lot of suspicions. Just natural. I just feel like just things that you would ask yourself naturally.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I could not imagine that. I could not imagine, oh, hi, nice to meet you. I would love to date you, but I live at home with my ex-partner and our baby, and we live there together.
Oh, I'm very familiar
all the time
with that.
I can't imagine. I cannot imagine that. That's a lot for me. If it's done, let it be done. I could be overcomplicating things, but I feel like where there's a will, there's a way, and you could be done with this situation. Any other thoughts and feelings before I get into these comments?
No, that's pretty much. I'm in total agreement. I think this person just needs to break away, move on, and see where it takes them. Honestly.
Okay, so let's see what these comments say. One person said, so we're actually out here living the exact same life, except I had my son in March, but I completely wholeheartedly understand and resonate with your post way more than I like to. If you ever want to commiserate, I got you. Girl, you being messy too. Someone else said, opening the relationship should be to enhance it, not to fix it. I've never once seen doing so work. Try to focus on your son. Maybe some of this is more to do with the strain of having a child. Maybe. Let me see. Did OP comment on that? She did. She did reply to that. She said, I think you're absolutely right, which is why I won't agree to it. He's offered. Both therapists have talked about it with me. But I'm like, yeah, at that point, we should just break up, LOL. Because it's not going to happen in the way that I think it should if we were in a better place. Okay.
This is talking about what, the open relationship?
Yeah, why she doesn't feel like an open relationship is a good idea.
Well, I don't think an open relationship would be ideal for this situation because they exclaim that they're no longer into their romantic partner because they're a male.
Right.
That's what I get from it. So from that just tells me you want to be with women, not necessarily that you want to be in like a polygamous type of situation or open relationship. So.
Right. Like you have to have a relationship in order to have an open relationship. 2 + 2 just ain't equaling 4 right now.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
So that seemed like adding more mess to the pile.
Yeah, because no thank you. A world of no thank you. Okay, so I do hope that she got it together. There isn't an update on the story.
So
I hope she is having a great time in her new apartment for her and her son. Just her and her son. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to go to the next story that is on the same theme, but is a different story. So we are going to go ahead and go to our next story. And Cosima is actually going to read this one.
So this one just came out as a lesbian at 33, currently married to a man, in love with a woman, and have been having an affair for 4 months with this woman.
Cheater.
Oh, and I have 2 little kids and am pregnant with a 3rd.
No, ma'am.
And don't know what to do. Mind you, that's in all caps, y'all. All right, so let's get into it.
It should be. There's not a mess up in here.
So I have always known I was gay or into women more than men. I think I was only interested in men for the idea and picture of it all. But sexually and intimately have only been interested in women. My husband and I have been together for 13 years, and I have struggled more and more with my sexuality as the years have progressed. I fell in love with a woman recently and had my first full-blown sexual experience with a female. It was everything I have imagined and more. The best feeling in the world, but I have a house, 2 kids, and I felt guilty for cheating and guilty that I wanted out of my marriage. So I got drunk and had unprotected sex with my husband, and I am now 14 weeks pregnant.
Hold on, ma'am.
I'm in individual therapy, and we are doing couples counseling. I have still been talking to the woman daily and miss her so much. I want to be with her and touch her every day, and I cringe at the touch of my husband. Well, I can't tell, but I feel like I have to stay for my kids, for this unborn child that both my husband and I want, yet we are struggling to be excited about. I know I love my husband, but I think as a friend and as a co-parent, I know that breaks his heart, and I want to make him happy because he has done so much to try and make me happy. The kids, the house, the money, and love. It's just I can't feel that love because I haven't wanted it, as I don't feel that way about him.
Okay, let's take a break right here and talk
it's a long
about
post.
It is a bit of a, yeah. I mean, we love long stories. Okay, if y'all ever, the day that y'all get brave enough to send me a story, okay, I love a good long story. Okay. Send them in.
Yes.
But no, back to this one. This is messy as hell. This is a lot for me.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin.
Because we're only about halfway through. We haven't even
surfaced.
We haven't.
So.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's start somewhere.
So she's been married with the husband for 13 years.
Okay, so that's a good long.
That's a good start. And she recently got pregnant by him.
So she had spicy time with the woman, and then soon after had spicy time with her husband. And okay, all right, okay. For anybody, man, woman, trans, everybody in between, let's not cheat on our marriage partners. Let's not do that, because then you end up in situations like this where you're just sitting in the mist.
Yeah, definitely. For me, okay, so this is where I'm at with this lady. You have your little side salad, and you're married. From her post, from what we've read so far, they've expressed that they don't really have any feelings towards their husband. This is just like with the other post, a person feeling lonely. If you're feeling this way, why sleep with them? Because your actions are misrepresenting what you're saying. I'm very confused right now. I don't know, like, if I'm saying I'm not into this man, I don't want to have any kind of sexual relations with him, yet now you're pregnant.
Right. So it's like, if you're saying you don't care, if you say that you're not, turned on by him or anything, then why are you in situations that would result in a baby?
Exactly.
It's like, had you been honest, you would have been in your own room. He would have been in his own room. And there wouldn't have...
We're not bringing another human into a mix.
Right.
A messy situation at that,
Right.
So.
Because what it sounds like is that you were living a double life. You were lying in this man's face. And then you fell in love with her. Because first time lesbian sex, you're falling in love with that person. Because you've made it to the other side of the fence. And you just don't know what to do. You done found the gold. You skipping through the forest. Okay? Because what did this girl just do to me? Okay? Like, you're on cloud 9 with this woman. Now, granted, usually your first person that you're having spicy time with, they're not the person that you're going to marry. But they introduce you to what's on the other side of the fence. They lay out a picnic.
It's like the appetizer.
Yes.
That's your appetizer right there. It's going to introduce you to the main course.
It's like a plethora of treats, and you don't want nothing else after that. It's over after that. And it's just like, what did you do? You
went back.
You went back to the other side of the fence, went into your house and into that man's bedroom, and then got pregnant with this man's baby. Okay. Is that too judgmental, friend?
Well, not at all. Well, in her defense, this is what she did mention, that she had a lot to drink. Not that we're making excuses for people who drink a lot, I mean, I've had my fair share of drinks and haven't jumped into bed with nobody and gotten pregnant,
No, I did that one.
So, but that in her defense, and I felt like maybe she just threw that in there, maybe to capture our attention, or give a little bit more, so we feel a little more empathy. I do agree with you. I don't think you're being too harsh, because it's, like I said, it's just a lot of contradicting behavior. And my other concern, what about this person on the side? Like, where are they at in this whole dynamic?
Because she said that they're still talking.
Triangle. Right.
So it's just like...
That's not fair to them.
No, it's not. It's actually quite messy. This whole thing is quite messy.
Yeah, that's very unfair to them. Like, what if they want something more? I'm dating you. You're going to come to me 2 days later telling me you're pregnant. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But I mean, at the same time, the little side piece, chicken wing, spicy, they can't be mad because they know that she's married. I feel like they know that she's married.
So you think they know?
Yeah, I think they knew that they was messing around with a married woman. So they are just, everybody sucks here. Everybody sucks here except these babies.
I don't know. They may not know because people lie.
Maybe.
People do lie.
We might be able to read more into it, find out more when we read the rest of the story.
The comments, yeah.
Yeah, let's read the rest of the story and see.
Okay. Ideally, I would find a way to be attracted and in love with my husband and have that feeling of wholeness in my body and with myself, with him, the way I do with this woman. That way there is no divorce and sharing the kids and holidays and all that mess. But I know that is not possible. So I guess ideally is we separate, divorce amicably after the baby is a few months old. That way they get to bond with both parents equally early on and develop close relationships. Then my husband and I remain close friends, even do combined holidays at times. I can continue to date this woman or other women and finally be myself and live my life freely. And he can find a partner who is head over heels with him, loves him for him and not just the family, money, and all those things. A woman who does not cringe at his touch and wants to jump his bones every day and who doesn't think and crave being with a woman 24/7. But I honestly feel like a bad parent right now, especially to this unborn baby, and don't want to continue wishing I wasn't pregnant and resent them for causing more stress and tension during this difficult time. And I'm feeling like a bad partner who cheated and betrayed my husband for years and owe it to him to stay and continue to try and force myself to be in love with him and only want to be with him. Any advice or thoughts on this is greatly appreciated. I need some outside perspective. Not my husband, my family, my girlfriend, or even my therapist. Peers help. Okay, so that's the story, and those are our thoughts. It really sounds like she wants to make everyone happy in this situation. That's what I'm gathering from this, but ultimately not thinking about the repercussions of those, I guess, thoughts. But ultimately, it may seem selfish, but I think she just needs to think about herself. Because right now, we're just hurting everybody if we keep going at this rate.
I mean, I think she did tell the truth in the later half of her post. She said he got money.
Yes.
So that is part of the reason why she's staying.
Yep.
She doesn't want to let go yet because this man is supporting her in some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at least she was honest about it. But I think it is terribly selfish to keep this man when you know that you don't want him anymore.
Right.
It is incredibly hurtful to stay with someone and you know you don't want them, you don't want anything to do with them. And then if you do decide to be honest, like, how would that sound? Like, oh, yeah, I fell out of love with you like a year ago. I just didn't tell you. Like, that would be earth shattering for someone. Like, why would you do that? No, that's not right. I think that OP is right in saying that he deserves somebody that's going to be head over heels for him, and she deserves to be happy too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think that it's just cut it out. Yeah. Just wrap it up at this point, and figure out the rest later, because you don't want to be with him, and everything you do past this point, you're just gonna hurt him more.
Yeah, it's like, just getting messier and messier, and then you're bringing a child into the mix as
another
well.
Child, a third child. Yeah,
and this might sound harsh, but one of the people that responded did mention possibly get an abortion. Talk with the husband about it, maybe. Not everyone believes in that, but like I said, everyone's entitled to their own individual choices. But like, if this is something that would maybe benefit this woman long term, I don't know. She already has 2 children. I don't know what the dynamic will look like bringing in a third child, if she's going to continue pretending maybe to feel a certain way towards her husband instead of just moving on.
Yeah.
So
it's like, it does not have to get to that level. Like, this one comment, it says, holy, I can't say that word. Holy smokes, this is a catastrophe. 1, talk with your husband. 2, possibly get an abortion. 3, start living life normally as yourself. I know it sucks, but you can't keep digging this hole deeper. In fact, I didn't know holes could be dug this deep. Okay. It's the truth, though.
Yeah.
No lies detected.
So look, I gotta read this one, Whitney. So
yeah,
it's
go for
good
it.
that you found yourself and made terms with your sexuality, but the trail of victims you're leaving in the process is insane.
Yeah.
None of them deserve that, and you're not the center of the universe. I love that.
No, ma'am,
you
you're
are
not. Okay, last comment from this one. I can't read this whole thing, but I'm extremely alarmed if you're knowingly and willingly bringing a baby into this situation. Person under it says, same, I'm speechless. Honesty would fix this whole situation.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, honesty would fix that whole situation.
So I think that's what needs to happen. Both of them need to come to some sort of agreement, and then, maybe she can move on with the side piece, or whoever she decides to date.
I mean, I wouldn't even put the side piece through that. Like, you're going to drag this girl through a divorce, through a pregnancy, through labor, through postpartum, through dealing with your 2 kids, co-parenting, like trying to figure out child support and alimony, all of this thing, just because she liked you, just because she invited you to a picnic and you had a 2-piece spicy.
No. Right? Like, and then I think just divorce in itself is traumatic enough, because I feel like people need time after they go through a divorce before they get back there on a dating scene. I personally never been divorced or married, but I know some people who have, and they say it's very, very traumatic, and it's a process.
Yeah, I've definitely heard horror stories, especially when there are kids involved. It makes it so much worse when there are kids involved.
Exactly. Like, who's going to get the time with the kids? And that was another thing that the OP had mentioned. I think that's a big concern. Like, who do the kids get to spend more time with? When will they get to see their kids?
Yeah.
It's basically, it's definitely going to take you out of your norm, out of your routine. But would you rather be taken out of your routine and get adjusted, or spend the rest of yours being unhappy with this husband you don't want to be with? Right. Long term.
He deserves better than that. You deserve better than that. I hope that, in your future, that you have a healthy, happy baby, and you have a happy, healthy delivery, but also that you get away from this situation, because it's not serving you. It's just not serving you at all. I don't see an update, so I guess we'll never know. All right. So
I hope they figured it out, though.
I hope they do. Because that's a miss, and that's Kimmy. Okay. So before we head out, we're going to give a quick queer second. We're going to tell you about a queer book and a queer movie. Just so you can, keep it queer in your everyday life. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So if you have not read Am I Blue? It is a book that offers diverse tales about self-discovery, coming out, and family, providing positive role models and showing young readers they aren't alone in their experiences, with authors sharing real-life connections. Okay, so each chapter is basically a different story, and like for one story, it's a boy that is coming out. He asks his fairy godmother if he can make all the gay people in the world blue. So then he figures out that his bully is blue.
Oh.
So there's some other stories in there. My favorite story from in there is like these two girls at a boarding school, and they're about to be separated, and they take their one last night together to love on each other. And it's just romantic, and it's a great book. You should read it. Okay. And it's not a movie, it's a show. It's called Euphoria. Have you watched Euphoria, friend?
Yes, I love Euphoria. I think it's canceled now, though.
Is it canceled?
I don't think they're coming back with another season, but it's a very good show. Yeah, it's a lot happening in that show.
Oh, God, it's so heavy. Euphoria follows a group of high school students as they navigate issues of identity, relationships, and mental health. The show features a prominent relationship between Rue, played by Zendaya, and Jules, a transgendered girl, which is central to the story. It is definitely LGBT forward.
Yeah.
It's a bit heavy, trigger warning for drug use if you're going to watch that show, but it is a good show. Okay, so that was just two little things that you could do to just keep it queer in your everyday life. All right, so that is the end of our show. Okay, I hope that you guys had a great time. If you liked what you heard today, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. It helps more folks find us and keeps the space growing. Thanks for being here on the Lesbian Line.
Thank you. And once again, thanks, Whitney, for having me on the show. My name's Cosima. I hope to be back soon as a guest.
You can come back whenever you want.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, all right, y'all. That's it for this time. I'll see y'all next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye, y'all.